Hi, I'm Ernie Forgach. I go to the University of Minnesota Duluth, and my major is environmental science. I think that research you have to get the whole picture, and in order for me to get the whole picture of environmental science when it comes to things that influence them, like the chemistry of the earth, I think that I have to understand the way that the ecosystems are working and what's going to affect them in any major way. So that led me to start researching what's affecting the biodiversity now, like human impacts. My research was quantifying arthropod abundance in state-managed forests. We were trying to figure out if state-managed forests and the forests that were left alone had a bigger impact on the abundance of biodiversity and that was available to the wildlife there. The research involved was a lot of reading, but also field work. I went out into the field, swamps, forests, plains, whatever, and set up these tents to collect these bugs. And they were out there for about a week, and then I went back out there to collect them and then sort through just tons of bugs, count them up and sort them by the species, and then compare and contrast through the forest that we had for the managed forests and ones that have not been managed. My research found that bears really like bugs in traps. So a lot of my data actually got eaten. We got about 4 total samples that were collected, and the ones that were collected did point towards the forests that were not managed by the state, that there was more biodiversity available in those areas, but I didn't collect enough to determine, to make a confident analysis of our findings. But it was a good experience. The research topic that I chose was from a paper that I was writing back at Lake Superior College, and I kind of just moved what I had already done and proposed it to a mentor, and she said I could take it and run with it and see what I could find. And the whole process of the McNair process, and learning how to go through the library, the online library, and then learning how to speak publicly and share your research with others and get quality feedback. Just doing that in the class, I think, helped me approach my research topic, but then after doing it, I have a better idea of what I want to do different and where I want to go next time I have another research project. It taught me things that I didn't know that I needed to know, and that has been super helpful. I didn't know that I needed to find a mentor, or that I should have a mentor, or what goes into research and the steps that you need to take to have a fully realized idea and bring it to fruition. And the whole experience kind of wrapped that together and gave me more ideas to go forward. Throughout the McNair experience, they say you need to find a mentor that fits your personality or your learning style, and you don't really understand that until you actually find someone, and I think that is very important to kind of figure out. My mentor over the summer was very hands-off, which is something I like. I like to be out there, I like to be very independent, so that was very fitting. And I think that experience of the independence made me realize that I needed a little more guidance. And so I did find another mentor. Just by happenstance, I was just roaming along in the greenhouse at the University of Minnesota Duluth, and I found someone in there that I thought was working. She's like, I'm a teacher, a biology teacher, I was like, oh, I'm in the McNair group and I'm looking to do some research, and she got really excited and started talking to me about the current research she's doing, which is funny because she's researching a fern that is growing in my hometown in Arizona, and she's been super amazing. She's a good mix of like hands-on and then hands-off, but she's also very encouraging to, think outside the box, and she supports everything, all your ideas, and so there's a lot of value in finding the right mentor. My favorite aspect of the research, I would say, was the field work and actually getting out there and getting my hands dirty. It wasn't the easiest thing to do. Like, I was covered from head to toe in like tick gear, and like there was clouds of mosquitoes just trying to get at me, and then I was trudging through swamps. So I think in the moment it was a lot, but I am very grateful for that fieldwork experience because it taught me what really goes into research and the people out there doing it. But I did get an internship this summer, and they were really impressed with my field work and the research that I've done already. They asked me, they're like, how comfortable are you with bugs? And I was like, let me tell you, because I was out there in the swamps, and then once I realized how uncomfortable I was with them, I didn't let it, deter me from keeping on. And I'm pretty sure that's why they chose me for the internship. And it's doing ecological assessments and establishing ecosystem baseline functioning through an environmental consultant through Duluth, actually. So I am a non-traditional student, and I went back to school because my dream job is to work with the Environmental Protection Agency doing ecological assessments and environmental chemistry. And the Lake Superior has a huge influence on Duluth, and they study it relentlessly. But yeah, and working with the Environmental Protection Agency was my ultimate goal of going back to school. And honestly, I didn't know a lot of what I should have known, and I think Trio SSS helped me out a lot with that, and directed me to McNair. That's why I applied, and that's why I'm here.